It is Tuesday and we're back. We are finally back. I feel like doing
Woo!
this.
Fingers.
We're back. Crit can't get too all excited and everything because she's still sicky a little bit. She's
Just a little bit.
she's sicky critty creep show today.
This has been much improved. At least I'm not a ghost, right? Like I survived. So
No,
that's good.
I would have been there and been like hitting you in the face, pecking your chest, be like, wake up. Don't do this to me. Wake up. I'll give my recorder.
Somebody called Tangina.
No, I'd grab my recorder out and be like, I grab my trusty recorder, like, He-Man grabs a sword. By the power of the recorder. Sis, can you hear me?
Live.
Can
you shall live.
Can you give me a sign of your presence? I'm dead. Leave me alone.
And then you hear Tori Amos. China.
Oh my God. No, the Tori Amos box set is notoriously haunting me still this day from high school.
So that's how you'll know it's me, John. Like if you suddenly hear Tori Amos in the background, you'll be like, it's my sis. It's her.
I'd be like, why anything but Tori Amos? Come on, just some misfits or somebody. I got Fiend over here on the wall. Which, speaking of the Fiend, I don't know how to say this. I'm seriously thinking about getting me a tattoo.
Hey.
I don't know. I want to so bad. So bad.
You should. YOLO.
I hate needles.
Oh. Well, I mean, don't look at, is it like seeing the needle or is it like the actual sensation of the needle?
I mean, I can like give, like when they say, hey, we're going to take your blood. I'm like, cool with that. But other than that, no, I can't. No.
Just don't watch them do it then. So if you're cool with the actual sensation, I think you'd be fine. Like you need to get you a little eye mask to put on so you don't see it. But yeah, like it's not as bad as you'd think.
RhiAnna's got some cool looking tattoos. But I just can't.
I was actually supposed to go last Thursday and get my Patronus tattoo. And the gal that I was going, of course, I had pneumonia. And then the gal I was going to go get the tattoo from texted me and was like, I have COVID. So, like, it didn't work out. So I had to reschedule with her. But I'm getting a new tattoo as well.
So, how many tattoos you got?
I've only got one. It's a dragon that's crawling up my back.
Oh, buddy. Like, if you guys can get one, oh my God. Anyway.
You could do it. It'd be worth it to carry the misfits with you forever.
I need to do a lot of stuff live streaming because as much fun as I have and craziness that I have. Yeah. Anyway, yes. You missed out on the yeah. You missed out on the live podcast from the old hospital on College Hill in Williamson, West Virginia. How about that? I said it correctly that time.
You have nailed. Look at you. You're like a pro. You're a professional.
I am. I went. Yeah, exactly. But you missed out on a very good investigation.
Now, I wasn't there physically, but I was watching you guys. Like even at like 2 a.m, I would like set my notifications and stuff when it went live so I could see you guys doing your thing.
I want to tell you something. That was my first time back into that environment for a good, I would say, 15 years. And going into it, it was very, not emotional, but it was very heavy-hearted. It was very, very, very heavy for me. I'll say that. It was in the back of my mind of what happened before, and I didn't want it to happen again.
With the attachment?
Yeah. Hang on.
Yeah, that was pretty, like I'd never heard you talk about that until we were doing, who were we doing the podcast with? Was it Patty or I can't remember who it was.
But
Pat. You were talking about it. Yeah. And I had no idea the level that it got to with your attachment. So I was like, holy crap.
That attachment was horrible for me, but
it's Rhi.
And then RhiAnna was there. Honestly, when me and Robert stepped foot on that property, I was just like really anxious. And then RhiAnna got there, and then stuff just kind of calming down for me. I mean, it was a weird experience. Can't hear you, RhiAnna. Oh no, not the volume again. Can't hear you. But I mean, honestly, I was a little tense. I was excited, but I was still apprehensive about what was could happen, which I hope nothing. I wanted something to happen. I wanted something to happen because me and Rob's done this for a very long time. It's either one, we get great EVPs, or two, if we get anything on that should be on video, we don't get on video, and it
Right.
sucks. It sucks. But I'll tell you this, and I'll wait till RhiAnna gets on here to talk about this though. But it just after. I apologize, folks. I apologize.
I can tell though, like because I was there at the beginning when you guys first started the live, doing the live. And I could tell that you were apprehensive. Like it just seemed like you were a little, like guarded. But like as the night wore on, you could tell that you were getting more excited, about things that were happening, or, like I could just tell like that your energy kind of changed the longer that you were there. And as you got more comfortable being back in this field, like you could totally tell a difference.
It did. Like that first couple hours, I was really guarded. I was really just trying to ground myself and get back into the swing of things, if that makes sense for me. I tried to not let things outside come into play, and keep thinking about those things, because I didn't want that to affect the investigation. And especially
Right.
I wanted to do a knockout job for Tanya and everybody over there at the hospital, because we're very thankful we got to do this for them, and for us too. So um I just picked a spot. I just said, there's 4 floors here. I'm just going to stay right here. But that hospital, it looks small on the outside, but on the inside, it was even smaller. Looked like, to me, and I was seeing shadow people. Rob didn't see it, but I kept seeing it. Maybe just my eyes playing tricks on me. But at one point, I was seeing like peekers, as I call them. They're like peek
Like
around the
the
door.
movie, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it was is wild, because I was like, man, do you see what I'm seeing? And Rob's like, no, I don't see that. Uh,
See,
you know,
that's always so unsettling. Like when one person experiences something and the other doesn't. That's kind of how it was for me growing up in that haunted house. Like I was the main one seeing things. And I feel like it has something to do with being a sensitive. Like I feel like there's some part of you that is a sensitive for sure. And
I
that
do have
could be the
some.
reason.
Well, that's the thing. There's sometimes, man. I think I see stuff, and I have Rob to check too when he's there with me, and he don't see anything, and at times it's frustrating. But normally we know there's something going on. He full hardly believes me because he trusts me, and like
Right.
if I say, "Hey, look, feel like for instance, we went to Mo's room on the second floor. I said, I feel like, man, this is going to be our bread and butter right here. And sure enough,
What's Mo? What's Mo's? Who's Mo? What's Mo?
he
Who's Mo?
he was a guy that jumped out of the window of the hospital and fell to the
Oh
ground.
God.
He was fine. They picked him back up, took him right back upstairs to the hospital. So he's like right there.
I mean, if you're gonna have a fall, that's the best place to do it, right?
Yeah, it was so crazy. So we don't know if he was actually um, pushed out, helped out, you know what I mean? Or if he did it on his own, or if something else spiritually did it to him. We don't know. Supernatural, I should say. Supernaturally did that to him, so we don't know. I'm sorry for all these noises, folks. It's just on my computer. But we don't know. But as we got up there, I told Rob, I was like, man, this floor feels a little feels okay. But when we got to that room to the end, I told him straight up, I was like, it kind of feels a little different in here, as far as like temperature wise. So I was like, okay. So I played it off because when you go into stuff like that, you got to play a lot of things off because you don't know whether it is or whether it's not. So I
Yeah.
played it off, and I'm sitting there doing my questions, and we got lit up with questions. I mean, there's one where I think I got called Dumbo, but it could be where it says,
Oh,
"Go." It could,
rude.
yeah, it's like, or it could just be saying, "Go home." I mean, it's wild. There's some wild ones.
Maybe they said gumbo. Maybe they were hungry. Make me some gumbo.
Possibility. We got like
With
weird.
no Cajun.
We got this one EVP of like I heard the door. I thought it was a door when RhiAnna was coming down the hallway to where we was at from our base, where we sit at base at, and then by the time I got out to the wing to go down that hallway to the second floor, she was already down there, and I said, and I thought she said something. But I said, "Was that you saying something?" She said, "I didn't say anything," because I responded back to her because I said, "Did you say anything?" And she didn't. She said, "I didn't say anything." Before that, there is a voice that says, well, how did he know that?" So when I
What?
told Rob, I said that's not the girls. That's something else. And then as I got around that corner, and she was already halfway down there. Um, I said, God, how? Let me. I said, "Was that you?" And then that's when I heard that voice, and then she said that I didn't say anything.
So it sounds like it was intelligent. Like it wasn't just like, like there was like it was trying to actually communicate.
Oh yes, yes, ma'am.
Because some of that stuff is almost like it's just like energy that's residual, that's just
It's
repeating on
residual.
and on and on for eternity. But
Mm-hmm.
like that sounds like it was actually like communicating. And
Uh,
what you had played for me earlier, like that's pretty obvious too. Like I don't know when you'll get to that, but that was pretty impressive.
yeah, there was some. There she is, Miss Eastern Kentucky. Can you hear me? No, can't hear you. I don't know what it is. Oh man.
She looks so pretty.
Oh, that sucks, man. She can hear us, but we can't hear her.
It's like a ghost.
RhiAnna, can you hear me? Make a
Wait,
prayer.
wait, let me go. Let me go get my Ouija board. I'll be
No,
right now.
no Ouija board.
You know
No
what though?
Ouija.
I had an experience at the Marshall House. I was with some girlfriends on a bachelorette trip in Savannah. And the Marshall House is one of the most haunted places in Savannah. It's very old, and we decided to stay there for a night because the gal that we went with, she's also really big into the paranormal. So we stayed there, and of course, they break out the Ouija board, and I refused to touch it. We got a crazy EVP doing that, so I haven't touched one since then.
Yeah, don't no Ouija board. No. That sucks, man. She can't hear us. She can hear it, but she can hear us, but she can't talk. Hmm. Okay, earbuds. Hmm. I'm gonna have to get off Restream. I'm gonna have to find us something else to use because this thing's all jacked up all the time. It's like it's jacked up on Mountain Dew or something other.
You
Uh
mentioned Zoom. I mean, I pay for Zoom already for work, so if we wanted to do Zoom, like I have the professional one.
oh, hang on. She's trying. Are you there? No. You might have to go out and go back in since you got the AirPods. Did I say AirPods? I mean AirBods. AirPods.
The AirBods. Hey, you can make your own earbud line. You can call them AirBods. How cool would that be? I'd get a pair of AirBods.
Man, she's having all kinds of problems with her audio here.
That's awful.
And
Yeah, because she was the one there with you. You guys were doing it together out there
I
that
know,
night.
I know. And Rob was there, and Alora was there. Oh, technology, man. Sometimes
Sounds
technology.
like sounds like Mo was there too.
It's a possibility, sis. Let
Oh
me.
yeah, like
Um,
it's getting close to spooky season. What was it? Saturday made 100 days until Halloween. Talk about being excited. I am like over the moon excited.
like 99 days now, I think.
Yeah, 99, 98 days, I think at this point. Like I've already been ordering, like we decorate big time at our house, inside and outside.
99 days to horror Halloween. 99 days to Halloween.
I'm super excited
I
because,
heard about.
I don't know,
Hmm.
we're trying to plan. I'm wanting to go up to Salem, but we'll see if that happens or not.
Trying to find Rob's findings here because we he's got some really good stuff. I should have been more prepared, but I was running late this evening, guys. And guys, I apologize. I was running late this evening. I know we haven't been on here the last couple of weeks, but we've had a lot of things going on. And Crit and RhiAnna has been both sick with pneumonia, so I'm sorry that we missed podcasts and we've had people not show up, but we're not going anywhere by any means. So
Yeah, it's
no,
just a couple little baby hiccups here and there, but we're still amongst the living.
that's right. Let's see. Where is Rob finding here? Is she back on here? No. Okay. Yeah, if I can find Rob's recordings, okay, here we go. Rob's third floor footsteps, audio file. No, here we go. Listen to this, sis. I want you to listen to this one.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hang on. Who is sending me? Oh, never mind. This is the audio file. I'm sorry, folks.
A ring ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong.
No, after I'm going to take 2 weeks off of Bod's Mayhem Hour because it's getting to the point where it's I still got interviews to post, but when it comes to start being not fun no more, I need to back out for a while. So,
Yeah,
all right.
you
So
can take a breather.
here's the one that I was telling you about what happened in the hallway. This is what Rob caught, and we finally figured out it's saying, uh, well, how did he know about that? I think so. Let's listen to this one.
Let's give it a gander.
Where did he learn of it? Where did he learn of it? I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. Where did he learn of it?
Oh wow!
Where did he learn of it? Where did he learn of it?
Do it one more time.
Where did he learn of it? Where did he learn of it?
It does sound like where did he learn of it?
Where did he learn of it?
What was the context? Like, did you guys ask a question prior to that, or?
That's the noise that I said. That's the girls. I said that sounds like the girls. And as we were making our way down, let's see, and it's like we were making it down, or I'm sorry, as she was coming down the hallway, and I got up, went to the door on the wing to go in the hallway to go back to home base. She was already at the door there. So when I come in, I heard that voice, and I said, "Did you hear that noise?" She's like, "I didn't hear anything. I just got here." Or no, I didn't say anything. So that's what that was. And I don't know, man. I mean,
It kind of sounds like a sloth. Is it Sloth from the Goonies?
well, we had to
Speaking a
slow,
little bit.
well, we had to slow it down because the other version of it is like blah 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 blah. It's so
Gotcha.
quick. It was so quick that we just couldn't hear it. We could not figure out what he was saying or what it was saying, and Rob slowed it down. There are some good EVPs on this, but it's just they're so low, and we have to crank the volume up, and we have to clean up the audio.
Yeah.
But there is one. I got the majority of these in Mo's room and where I sat at when I first stepped up for the first time. I got all these right there. One
Wow.
even said, I said, "What happened to you here?" And it was a woman that came back and said, "I died."
Oh crap!
Said I died.
Well, she was matter of fact.
Yeah, there were so many things, man. What is it? Was that your phone or my phone? Never mind. Anyway, sorry, folks. You don't know. Oh my god, Crit can vouch for me. I've got all kinds of stuff going on with podcasts and interviews and stuff like that. But anyway, um, I said this and I should never say this. And if I ever say it again, Rob's going to kick me because I told him to kick me if I ever say this again.
All right, we got it on video now.
Yep, video and audio. So I'm up in that gentleman's room, Mo's room, and I said when I was across from the other room, from Mo's room. This is when I got up and moved over just in case. I was like, okay, look, man, if you don't feel comfortable and talk to me, and I'm in your bedroom, I'm in your room, and I'm in your space, I'll respect you, and I'll go to the other room. I'll go over here and sit down. So as I'm asking my questions and things like that, I was like, well, we're not getting anything. I felt like we didn't get anything at that time, but there was a different atmospheric about that whole area. It was just something about the whole environment changed. It just felt like it was just different.
I know exactly what you're talking about because it's almost like at night when you're walking in a dark, like down a dark hallway, and you feel like somebody's behind you, but you can't see anything, and you run down and turn the light on, that kind of thing. Like there's something around, you just can't see it.
Yeah, and I made the stupid comment. I was absolutely tearing it up. I was doing good walking. I was doing good, which a lot of people don't know. I struggle at walking right now because it's just tremendously hard for me. Um, just
It was also super hot, wasn't it?
it was absolutely scorching hot, but
Yeah.
still, though, it was worth every dime of it to go. Um,
So you
but
got the walking, you did the walking and all that stuff, and you were doing
yeah,
okay.
I was in okay. Then I was sitting there and then I said I made a mistake of saying, "All right, man, if you can hear my voice, if you could see me, feel free to use my energy."
Oh, John.
Uh, yeah, I know. Well, that's no difference than you using a freaking Ouija board.
Well, that's been years now. I've learned my lesson.
Good, and I learned my lesson the other night. Well, the other night, but the night we were there, because after that, man, my whole like demeanor, my whole just fun, just gone. I was drained. Like an hour later, I was drained. I was absolutely done.
Yeah. Don't
So,
offer your
um,
energy to anything.
mm, nope, I was done, and I said, "Rob, man, I'm sorry, but I'm tapping out." I said, "This is not like me." Because normally, man, when we used to do these things, it was all nighter. It was like a party. We was ready to go, son. We was up and ready to go. And it's like me and him talked about. We're not young pups like we used to be, back in the
Well,
day.
and you were like, "We're gonna stay until 8," and I was like, "Golly, that's gonna be a long night."
Yeah,
And when I talked to you the next time, you're like, "No, we tapped out around 2:30 or 3," and I was
yeah.
like, "That makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
get your
I,
butt to the house."
I was disappointed in myself, but at the same time, I felt like there's a little bit of closure there of what happened from previous. That was a step in my direction in getting back into this.
And
Uh,
confronting your fears and stuff too, like that took a lot, I'm sure.
yeah, for somebody who's ever had an attachment, man, and to put yourself back out there to do it again, it does it does play on you. And then here the last couple of weeks, I don't know if that attachment's come back or not, and I hope it hasn't. But I'm having a rough time sleeping. Like I'm up around 2:30 and not going to bed till like 4 o'clock, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is the fucking witching hours bullshit. And sorry for the language there, folks. I apologize, but that's just how I am. I just
It's
I
all
was
good.
just that kind of threw me out there a little bit, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get back on my positive side, keep moving on down the road, and
I need to get you some black tourmaline so you can put it next to your bed or
and
some
so
obsidian. That way
like
it absorbs that negative energy.
like the last few nights, man, I've slept like a baby. I mean, I've absolutely
Okay,
slept.
good.
So I don't. I guess my mind has ran so much with all this stuff that I need to do. I need to do. I need to do. But I just need to calm down.
Yeah, everybody's got to take a break every once in a while. Like you go full throttle with like a couple different podcasts. And I know you said you were working on your wrestling podcast too, right?
that's in that's in the cooker. That's in
I thought so, but see, that's
the
another thing you've got in the cooker stirring around.
yeah, that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a really
But
good one.
I mean, like, and you've been hustling, hustling, hustling for Beyond the Paranormal too. Like, you've lined up all this stuff for us, and
Yeah.
like, I mean, like, you've been busy. You've been busy, so
Uh,
you need to take a minute.
it's a love of labor, you know, a labor of love, I should say. And I want people to come out and say hello to us. I want people to come out and tell us their experiences and things like that. Don't be shy to, you know, come up and talk to us if you see us. Come talk to us. That's what we want. You know, we'll talk to you. We don't care. We don't
And
judge
shoot,
nobody, and we don't think you're crazy because hey, we've all been there.
and shoot us a message on Facebook or
Yeah,
however. Like, if there's something that you want to share, like a story that you want to tell, like, we're always open to that. Like, we want to hear about people's personal experiences. You don't have to be a celebrity to talk to
no,
us.
no,
Like, we want to
no.
talk to everybody about their experiences. Speaking of which, it looks like we've got somebody from YouTube in the chat. Cat Unwrapped says, "Greetings from Australia, enjoying the show." Hey, Cat, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We're so
That
glad
means
you're
a
here.
lot. And I apologize that we didn't get to your chat sooner than we should have. I apologize. Uh, but thank you for tuning in all the way from Australia. Thank you so much. I want to
Yeah,
know something from you down there, Cat Unwrapped. Since you're from Australia, tell us what is some of the most haunted locations in Australia, maybe that you've been to, or if you do any paranormal investigating. What's been like your favorite place to go to possibly? Go ahead and put it in the chat room, and we'll get back to you. And for anybody else that's out there, please feel free to put your message in the chat room. We'll answer them as soon as we can, and we'll talk. We don't care. So yeah, we love
yeah.
everybody.
And then, like, also cryptids. I don't know anything about cryptids and stuff in Australia. I think it'd be interesting to see, like, is there a Sasquatch myth in Australia? I've never heard about it. Like, have
Oh, I'm
you? Like,
sure.
I've heard that.
I'm sure there is. Josh Gates, man. Josh Gates is the man for like cryptid stuff.
Oh yeah,
Because he does Bigfoot, Yeti. They're different names for everywhere for Bigfoot, and I think that's what we'll do next time when we're on here. We'll start researching all the names for Bigfoot,
yeah.
and then we'll go country, country to country to country because they did one the other night I watched on Expedition X. They were looking for one over in the Philippines.
Oh yeah.
That
I think I saw that one.
that's wild one, man. So that's another one. So yeah, we need to do that. And
Yeah.
I want to get somebody on here that has an experience like UFO. I want
I
UFO people.
know. I reached out to that one group, and they, like, like, I guess they have other jobs and stuff, and it's going to be hard for them. But I would love to talk to. I know. But like, I would love to talk to somebody about UFOs because I mean, I've had a personal experience. It's been many years, but a personal experience with UFOs, and one that was more recent with my mom. That was
Really?
pretty wild. Oh yeah, when I was in Tennessee, they tried to say it was the Starlink satellites. I mean, it was crazy, but um they even had it on the news and stuff down there. I was in Morristown, Tennessee. My mom and I, it was probably about 7:30 in the evening. It was last fall when I was down there,
Mhm.
and we were coming in, and we'd been out. It was, we were coming in, and it was just me and her. We were at my sister's house. We were walking inside, and I look up in the sky, and I see multiple lights trailing behind each other, and they're moving. It's not like a shooting star or something like that. It's multiple lights that were in the sky. And my mom is not somebody to be freaked out by much. She's an old country woman. Like, there's not much that's gonna scare. It's kind of like your mom, John. They don't get scared very easy.
My mom will fight it. She'd fight that thing.
Well, let's get to that. So I'm like, Mom, what is that? Like, and I get freaked out, and I'm like, we need to get inside because it's moving like closer to where we are. And I was like, we need to get inside. Like, I'm freaked out by this. Like, we need to go inside. So we get into the house, and I was like, and my mom goes in and is like, you know what? I want to go out and take a picture of this. She goes out with her little cell phone that she's trying to like manipulate and get like a picture of this. And I'm like, Mom, this is how every alien abduction story starts.
That's
And I'm
true.
like, and I'm shouting it from the door, and she is just out there really, really into like trying to get a picture of this. And then, like, it was gone, like, just all of a sudden. And
Yep.
then later on that night, there were reports on the local news channel about multiple people having seen it. And they tried to say it was Starlink, but then like it was weird because then the National Guard or something down there was trying to say it was like a balloon or a drone or something too, but it was multiple lights and like it was wild.
It happened in Kentucky too. That's the same thing because I saw it and I was like, well, that's not right. But they said it's a Starlink, but I don't
I
know.
haven't
I
seen
mean,
it since.
if they confirmed that's what it was, then to me, that's what it was. You know what I mean? But there has been some things that I have seen that's, really questionable, especially when you see things floating up in the air and it's at night. There's no beacon like a plane on it. And it's just dead quiet. It's just hovering over the mountain. I know what I saw.
Yeah.
It wasn't no helicopter or anything like that. And so yeah.
We should go
So
sometime to go see the brown lights in North Carolina. Have you heard about those? Like
no, I have not.
it is like it's a area in North Carolina in the Brown Mountains where these lights have been showing up for years. And like they move in different directions and stuff, but it's always over this mountain. And it's not every night, but it's like a bit you'll have to look it up because it's really, really interesting. It's not terribly far from where my sister lives because she's like only an hour away from North Carolina. I think it's like 2.5 hours from her house. And I've always wanted to go out there, but I've always kind of been kind of reluctant because I'm so scared I'm going to get aliens scare me more than anything in this world. Like the a thought of not having any control over something abducting me and taking me away completely freaks me out. And like movies like The Fourth Kind and Dark Skies, like those completely play on my fear of you're being manipulated and you have no idea about it. You know, like
So I got a story to tell you after the podcast because when I tell you this, it's going to freak you out.
oh God.
So Cat and Rap just posted in here. Sis, I'll let you take it away.
Okay, so Kat said there's an old mental asylum, and now I'm going to say this, and I'm so sorry because I'm Southern and I don't know
Ararat.
Ararat,
Yeah.
Victoria that run ghost tours, which is pretty spooky. Oh, that sounds cool. We have the Yeti legend in Australia, which is pretty much the same thing. Okay, so
Kind of
that's
figured it
cool that it's the same. You know, I just find that so fascinating. Like that for folks who are naysayers about the Sasquatch, it's like, how is it in every single country, in every single culture? Like, how is there a myth and it not be a thing? Like, I just
And
don't get it.
and what blows my mind is, okay, you find these footprints that are out there and they're absolutely huge. So I'm sure some cat. I mean, personally, I don't think some guy's going to run up there or some person's going to run out there that far deep in the woods and put these fake footsteps out there because your footsteps would be shown. I mean, yours would be right there as well. I mean, you would see a path bigger than. I mean, you would see a path that a human would take, but when you see these paths that they normally find these at, they're huge.
Right. And
So
then, and like, they go back hundreds. I mean, like, these go back years and years and years. So it's not like people when people were just trying to like grow enough food to survive. I highly doubt there was some guy who's like, let me build a Bigfoot thing and track it through the woods and freak people out. You know, like they're too busy trying to stay alive, you know, to like, and I don't imagine
yeah.
that they would be trying to fabricate some big story.
Oh well. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's so many things that interest me. Like I would love to go to, and I think this place is in Mexico, maybe New Mexico, somewhere like that. It may be over in South Africa, but there is it's an old church where this supposedly what do they call her? I cannot think of the name, but she's there, and I'm always pushing those boundaries now because you know what, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to go. Most importantly, just to find answers, but not like, oh, I'm Zach Bagans or whatever coming up there like that. That's not what I want to do.
Oh no.
It's absolutely just finding evidence and finding proof that there is something out there. And I've always said before, how much proof do I really need? But now, that itch is there, and I find it very interesting still this day. Like there's some. Speaking of that, we're going to get into another EVP here, and forgive me, folks, if this is
Oh
really loud.
yes.
I'm sorry if this is really loud. Just bear with me because we're trying to get our audio fixed here with these EVPs, but I don't want to take away from the authenticity of these EVPs. So what we might start doing is make one batch of the original. and then next batch for show only. You know what I mean? So, because I don't want to take away from the authenticity of these EVPs, but
Gotcha.
I thought, and it's
I'm
so
excited.
weird. Oh, it's so weird because I was telling Robert, I was like, we got more full sentence EVPs than I've ever seen before. You know, this was something very odd. And I always try to remember where everybody's at, and I normally can verify and pick out voices. And this was not RhiAnna. This was not Laura. But time stamping is what I normally do, and it's what normally Rob does. Sometimes we forget, sometimes we don't. I mean, it happens. But this was again in my little spot there. You can go back on the Facebook page on Beyond the Paranormal Podcast and watch that full stream. It's like 40 some minutes, which they tried to say that I had RhiAnna music playing in the background, which I didn't have any RhiAnna music playing. I was talking to RhiAnna.
Do they know you? I mean, come on now. Like, I don't think RhiAnna is what you have to worry about with John.
No, that is not in my repertoire music. But here we go. I want everybody to listen to this because I thought this was kind of cool because it was like two females were having a conversation, and there's stuff even more of this that there's two people talking, and for some reason, man, that energy pops through, and when I did not hear this in my own ears, and when I went back and listened to it, I was like, what? Where did that come from? What is that
That's
even remotely close to?
That's so fascinating to me too, that a lot of the times, like, in the moment you don't hear it, and then when you go back, it's there. I find that so fascinating.
It is because, you know, I don't remember I can go back and listen to the EVP again or the audio again, see what questions I asked. But I try to put, I know what it was. I was talking about where I had been sick. And I said, okay, so finally I got sick again. And then after that, that's when this is where you hear this. You hear something,
Okay.
you hear a female voice talking, but you probably can't hear it on here, but you hear it talking, but I don't know what it's saying, but it's there.
Okay.
And this is what the result of this was. And I got tickled at this, but then again, I thought, well, where did this even come from? How does this even fit in
Okay.
this hospital other than, hey, you know, somebody's sick and then you're coming in as a visitor trying to show up, you know, you're going to be the talk of the walk there. You know what I'm saying? You know, here, just listen. Is that too loud, folks?
I don't think so.
See, there's the lady talking.
Wait, that was very clear. I mean, like,
Yeah.
in terms of volume.
There's like I said, there's the talking at the beginning, very low, and then you hear like the talking, and it said, "It's all about you." Because I say I finally got sick. And finally got sick. There's the little low voice. It's all about you. Then there's some noise at the end. Like
It almost sounded like you said, "It's all about you." Hi, guys. It's almost what it sounded like to me. Like, it's all about you. Hi, guys.
Let me say it. Let me listen that again then. Good ears. Finally got sick. All right, there's a woman right there talking. That was RhiAnna right there. Now listen to this one. See, she's saying something. That's not RhiAnna or Laura. Hi guys, that's what it was. It's all about you. Hi guys.
It almost sounded like two different people.
That's exactly right. There was two different people.
It sounded like two different voices.
It was two females, but Laura and RhiAnna, they were nowhere near me whatsoever. There was nothing like that on that recorder at all. Nothing around me at all.
Yeah, it almost sounded like somebody was responding to you, and then it's like somebody walked in the room and is like, "Hi, guys," you know, like,
hey. Like somebody, like they responded to me saying, "It's all about you," you know, like, yeah. Right. Oh wow, yeah, I never did thought about that. But anyway, that was a good one, and I want to play that one for everybody that I played you earlier.
Yeah, that was a good one.
This is very, very good. Very, very good. And like some of these, man, a lot of these are very low. People that do paranormal investigating and they get these EVPs, a lot of these are very low unless they are crystal clear EVPs. And some of these are very good EVPs that you hear from people that gives them. But lots of times there's going to be like so low. There's one I even got on here that says, "I love you," and then after that, there's like a heart monitor beep that goes off.
Whoa.
I'll play that here in just a bit. Now, that might be a little bit too hard to listen to, but what was that one I played you here? Let's see.
That's all you need is a stalker attachment that's like, I love you, John.
No, nay. All right, so here we go. Here's this one. This was the one in Mo's room. And I cannot wait to go back to the old hospital in College Hill so that way we can present these to Tanya because I think she's going to love these, honestly. But here we go. This was in Mo's room, across from Mo's room. I think. Yeah, no, this was in Mo's room. Sorry. Here we go. That is car in the background.
What is that?
That is a car.
One more time. It sounds like it says, "Welcome to Williamson."
Oh my God.
And that's where you guys were, was Williamson, West Virginia, or Virginia.
That is
right?
it. Yeah, Williamson, West Virginia.
Holy crap. It sounds like it said, "Welcome to Williamson."
Holy gumbo and the possum up there in the holler. Get the shotguns and the tin cans out. Let's go, boy. Give me a pack of bugs.
Welcome to Williamson. It's like, okay.
Oh my God. Good thing.
that's that Southern charm. Even when you're dead, you got that Southern charm going.
Williamson. Oh my God.
It sounds like somebody's papa sitting out on the front porch, like, "Welcome to Williamson, honey."
Oh my God. That is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Good thing that we have.
I heard it crystal clear. I heard it crystal clear. Like, it's like, "Welcome to Williamson." And it sounds like somebody from West Virginia talking, like that country accent. "Welcome to Williamson."
Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, Junior, get them cans over, man. Come on, get over here. Play shotgun with
Welcome to Williamson. Let's get you some fried taters and cornbread going.
Hey, don't you sass the cornbread and the fried taters. That'll get you banned.
That is one of my favorite meals in the whole world. I eat cornbread over just about anything and fried any kind of tater, honestly. Like taters and cornbread, like I'm set for life. That's all I need.
I want to ask Kat another question about Australia. What's been the most haunted location you've been to? I don't even know if you're interested in, doing this paranormal stuff, but is there any on the bucket list for you that you want to go and check out possibly? Anyway, I got one more to play here. It sucks RhiAnna's not here with us. She keeps having problems out of her audio. It sucks.
Oh, I miss her. I feel like I haven't talked to her in forever.
But we have some events coming up, so you may see all of us at both of these events. Maybe 3 events.
She's here in our hearts.
She is. She's a big part of this. And
I know.
She is. All right, so here is
and she
this one.
She looks so pretty. I was like, oh, she looks so pretty. Okay, I'm done.
All right, here's this. This might be a little bit too hard to hear, but we'll try it. See, it's too low.
Do it one more time.
And I just want people to
I love you.
And I just want people to realize that
you hear it there now. Can you hear it? No.
Yeah, I hear something. Yeah, I hear something.
It said, I love you. Beep. I love you. Beep. Like I said, they're hard to hear, and I hate presenting these like this, but in person, it's a lot more.
Very clear. Some of them, I mean, that "Welcome to Williamson's" about as clear as it's going to get. That sounded like somebody's voicemail, so that was pretty good.
I died second floor. Let's see if we can hear this one. I doubt it.
How was
Can
the
you tell
area
me
outside?
what happened to you, if anything?
Right there. Here it says. Right there.
Yeah, that sounds like almost somebody with a gravelly voice, like that. It's really hard, like almost somebody who's sick, like
It
me.
says like I died.
Well, I mean, they sound like they're dying.
That's real nice. Goodbye.
Whoa.
Huh?
I said, whoa.
That's another female's voice.
Kat answered us in the chat. The most haunted location in Australia is our capital territory, Canberra. I've never been there though, and can't think what it's called. I'm gonna have to Google some of this stuff because that's interesting to me. I always like hearing about other locations and like what's going on in that area.
Folks, we are just about at the end of the podcast. Please always come back every Tuesday and listen to us and watch us because we are crazy. We like to have fun. And, a lot of people.
We love you guys.
Yeah, we love
you all.
That's for sure. Me, RhiAnna, and Crit, we love all you guys and gals out there who tune in and give us a chance because, have fun with your podcast. Don't be all like suit tie, take it seriously, blah, 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 blah. I mean, yeah, take it serious, but I mean, have fun with it, man.
And we've got some things coming up too where you guys could come and talk to us in person. It sounds like John's got some of that stuff lined up for us.
Yeah, and we're going to try
the opportunity to share your stories in person with us.
And we're looking for somebody that's going to help us to, like, we're going to these locations be an admin when we do streaming on Twitch and possibly YouTube. I don't know which one's better yet. I don't know which one to do. That would be better. So that, especially our paranormal investigating, you folks will be able to chime in to us if we got Wi-Fi, if whatever, we will reply back if we can. I'll say that straight up. If we can, we will reply back and it may be something that we may have to wait about, or when we take a break, then start sitting down and coming back to everybody. But please don't get frustrated with us. Don't get mad at us. It's just the nature of the beast. That's what happens. So, we just did the live podcast from the old hospital on College Hill in Williamson, which I cannot think.
You got it. You got it again.
Cannot thank my brother from another mother who's helped me on this journey since day one, Robert Isaac. Man, I cannot thank him enough for everything he's done for the paranormal stuff with me and just being a good friend and everything. Who's never turned his back on me. So we're like night and day, and we fit each other perfectly when we do these investigations. RhiAnna as well, Laura. Crit was there in spirit, but she chickened out, folks. Don't let her lie.
In spirit. No, I was working, but I was there. I was there in spirit and virtually. So
virtually.
Yeah, my virtual spirit.
When you're not there, I'm going to wear like a little camera around my chest and have a picture of you, of your face. It's
please do.
Crit view, Crit Mania, Crit view, whatever.
I could get like a little printout of my face and put it on like a fan. You could just hold it up and be like. That'd be great.
So coming up, beyond the paranormal podcast, we'll be doing a live podcast from the International Paranormal Museum and Research Center, Saturday, August 6th at 4 p.m. in Somerset, Kentucky. So sis,
I
you
should
better
be able to make that one, and actually, I'll probably bring Russell with me because he'll be off, so he could come out and join us too. Which Russell's my husband. For those of you who don't know me, for anybody listening, like that's who that is. It's not my dog or anything. Although I would be tempted, but I'll leave him home because he's nuts.
You leave Elwood.
I know,
but you bring Wood. I want to see him. I want to pet him and
oh my god, he chewed our fiber optic line Like we didn't have internet for a while, and then he's been on a warpath. So yeah, good
And
old Elwood.
also on the 20th of August, this is going to be a 2 separate podcast thing. Let me rephrase that. Bod's Mayhem Hour, which is my music and my baby, my brand work baby. That's all me right there. That's my music one, interviews, anybody and everybody musically, just about, except no country, no,
If
come
you
on.
love metal, you should be listening to his podcast because he interviews
Yeah, if you love
some of the
metal,
coolest folks around.
metal, punk, horror punk, stuff like that, go check out Bod's Mayhem Hour on YouTube. A lot of great stuff on there. And Beyond the Paranormal Podcast, we'll be at Pikeville Comic Con, Pikeville Comic and Toy Convention, Saturday, August 20th at the Appalachian Wireless Arena in Pikeville, Kentucky. And to get tickets, just go to www.pikevillecomiccon.net. You can purchase tickets virtually there, or you can actually just get them at the door. And come in, come over, have a good time with us, hang out with us.
That reminds me, I need to talk to you about that later on too, because I was going to talk to you a little bit about that.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that later.
Because we want to make our table the talk of the con. We want our table to have all the people. We want everybody to come over and hang out with us, man. That's what we want to do. We're no better than nobody else, but we want to make our table happening. You know what I mean? So that's about it. That's about it. So, got some things afire, got a lot of stuff going on.
We do.
Yes.
And we're getting close to spooky season, so it's just going to keep picking up from here, folks.
Oh, that's another thing. I'm glad you mentioned that. We are now looking for our Halloween live stream. This is our first one that we'll do as far as like Halloween wise. It's going to be in the month of October. Doesn't necessarily have to be Halloween night or anything like that because, I know other people's got other things to do, but it may be the week before, maybe a couple days before Halloween. But it just all depends what location that we can get. So, and we'll just go from there and we'll announce it when we get to it.
That sounds great to me. I'm excited. Y'all should be excited too.
Yes. Share this, folks. Tell everybody and anybody, hey, come on here, join us, hang out with us. We all want to be one big family. That's what we want to do.
Right.
So
send us your spooky stories. Tell us all your creepy things that have happened. We want to hear about it all.
Yeah, and in fact, I have Cortina set us up an email where she can get that stuff and send us some cool information and things like that. So anyway, for my co-host Critty Creep Show and our awesome, lovely RhiAnna, she couldn't be here tonight. She tried, and for me, John the Bide, aka the Bide Father. We like to thank you all for tuning in and checking out Beyond the Paranormal Podcast. Thank you all so much. And again, hey, come on in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll have a good time, talk, and just
keep it creepy.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, our next guest for next Tuesday is going to be Jeff Sanford. He's a paranormal researcher. So that should be a good one, folks. So anyway, see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Have a good one. And always, please, please, please think of emergency medical folk out there, police officer, fireman, whatever. Just thank them. That's all you got to do. Just say, hey, I thank you. I appreciate
and your teachers and social workers too. We thank anybody that's doing human services. Thank you.
And me for technical support because I get your shit.
Yes, John keeps the internet going for everybody.
All right, folks. We will see you next Tuesday. Y'all have a good one.